Now, Bruce, when you said you have lots of places to put money, you don't mean in a Folgers can under a rock at Saguaro Lake or anything like
Why
that,
not?
right? You're not
Why not?
Apache Lake, Saguaro Lake,
Why not?
Canyon Lake.
We could bury some money out there, right?
There is no protection for, inflation when you're just sticking your money in the bank like that.
So what should you do to protect yourself from inflation, Jackie?
Well, you've got to.
What are some investments that you can purchase to protect yourself from inflation?
Something that is going to grow. So what about an IUL?
No. Everyone
right.
says that IUL stuff. That's just an index universal life insurance policy.
I thought that indexed would be. All right, how about an annuity that's linked to the index?
That's a possibility, but
Okay.
that's not what I'm looking for. You know what I'm looking for as a hedge for inflation instead of cash?
What?
How about gold and silver?
Silver and gold.
I thought that would come right out of you. I can't believe you didn't. I set you up for success and you failed. You gotta think about that. So instead of having cash in your safe, maybe you have some gold and silver. And what I always recommend to people is to get the actual physical gold or physical silver instead of buying it. Yeah, because there's a lot of gimmicks on TV and the radio about buying it inside your IRA
coins
and stuff.
in this thing. Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that. When you buy coins, they're not traceable and they're all cash, right? And so you don't have any rules tied to it. And there's no, gold has gone up from, I bought it at 1,700 an ounce. It's worth over I haven't looked, but it was over 5,000 for a while. That's a good inflation hedge, right? And nobody's sending me a 1099 for anything because there's no taxes until you sell it. And then when you sell it, I don't believe there's any taxes because it's non-reportable. So why buy it inside an IRA when you have all the tax benefits outside an IRA? Folks, stop worrying about how to save so much money in taxes all the time because right now, and if this bill gets through, we're going to be in the lowest tax bracket historically in the last 50 years. That's number one. Take advantage of low tax brackets and plan with that. So if you're going to retire, you don't necessarily have to worry all the time about paying a lot in taxes. And there's ways to do things before you retire if you're in that situation where you're going to have to worry about that to set yourself up to get out of it. There are so many things that we can do to help. I mean, has anybody ever talked about charitable planning where you can set up a charitable remainder trust and donate money to it and still get income from it, but yet get a big tax deduction? What are you going to use for your tax deduction? There's so many tax planning strategies out there. We can't just look at the IRA or a 401k plan as the only tax strategy. Now, if you don't have a lot of money, or maybe you only have $1 million, which sounds like a lot of money today, which it did years ago, and it'll still be a lot of money years from now. I don't think you're in that situation where you have to worry as much because the income that you pull out of there, you still get your, exemption from an individual that each of you get this $17,000 tax exemption. And we're in tax season right now, right? So, maybe you're taking $100,000 a year in income from somewhere between your Social Security and your IRA. Now you get a tax deduction for your personal exemption. Your tax bracket's maybe 15%. Think about that. It's not 37, and you're not paying Social Security taxes on that anymore, which is 7.5%. So and state taxes are 2%, plus you get to deduct your federal taxes from there. So folks, just be calm and don't make hasty decisions. Just be calm and take your time and look at what opportunities are available and make things that make sense. Does it make sense to do a backdoor Roth IRA conversion? I don't know. That's why maybe you want to talk about that. I don't know. Maybe they do, Jackie. I don't know. You tell me.
Premier Southwest Planning Group, LLC is a registered investment advisor. The content of this advertisement is intended for informational purposes only and is not intended to be investment advice. The views expressed in this program are subject to change based on market and other conditions.